Hello everyone, it is Steven here today, or Super Bruce 91, and today we are playing some hardpoint on the map Nuketown 2025, and I have 77 and 15 gameplay for you guys, using the default class because I just went 10th Prestige today, so I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to get 100 plus kill gameplays on the map Nuketown, and even for other maps. So, and also I'm going to be doing the PS4, like some news I've been hearing about it and what my thoughts are on that new console. It's going to be coming out later on this year. Okay, you guys, so getting 100 plus gameplays on the map Nuketown really is not too difficult if you're playing the right game mode. Some game modes that I would recommend for 100 plus kill gameplays are Headquarters, Hardpoint, Demolition. Those are really the main three that are the easiest to get 100 plus kills in, because you can prolong the game depending on how everybody's playing objectively and everything like that. And in this game, everybody was playing objective a bit more slow, so I had more time to get 77 kills. Not 100 plus, but this weekend I've gotten about 4 100 plus kill gameplays on this map, so it's definitely not out of reach for any of the average players, because really, if you just get a party of friends to just play some Black Ops with you, it's not too difficult if they're running the right score streaks for you. So, if you're playing solo like I am in this gameplay, what you want to do is stay towards the edges of the map and make sure that your team is advancing with you. You want to make sure that your teammates are not all in the back of the map, like behind you, and you're in their spawn. You need to have your teammates' support to be really pushing in their spawn and to be spawn trapping them. That's your main way that you're going to be getting these 100 plus kill gameplays. You're going to be flanking them, you're going to be spawn trapping them, and that's the main way that you're going to be getting these 100 plus kills. So, in Nuketown especially, it's essential to have a working party for 100 plus kills. I mean, I wasn't playing with the party this game, and I didn't get one because I didn't have a party to help me out, but you want to stay where your teammates are, not too closely, but you want to advance on the map with your teammates, because if you're just going to be running by yourself on this map, spawn trapping is not going to work, because on Nuketown you're going to be overwhelmed extremely fast if you try spawn trapping them, because they spawn all in the spawn and they're not going to stop spawning there, and you're going to die because of it. So make sure that you're advancing with your team gradually. If you're being spawn trapped yourself, you have to try to break out of it and begin to push into their spawn, so whenever they die, you can just kind of keep them back in their spawn, and it'll give your team a chance to escape from the spawn trap. So, if you're going to be playing with a party of players, I recommend that they use the UAV, counter UAV, and the orbital VSAT score streaks, and if they need to, use Heartline as well with that score streak setup, because UAV, counter UAV, and VSATs are going to help you get the lethal score streaks in the end, and even without score streaks, it's actually not too difficult to get a 100 plus kills with just your gun, because Headquarters and Hardpoint are such a long lasting game mode. It's not too difficult just to get 100 plus kills with just your gun. That's what I mainly got all of my 100 pluses with myself this weekend. I just used my gun and I got it, because you're going to be dying a lot on Nuketown, you guys, so if you're playing by yourself, I don't expect to be getting 100 pluses, because when I'm playing by myself, I don't have anybody to rely on, help me out, with where the enemies are. So, playing with the party is really the main way to get the 100 pluses. So, for this map in particular, you're either going to be using maybe two things: the SMGs or the assault rifles. The assault rifles work on this map, the SMGs work on this map. It really is just what you're comfortable with. Getting 100 pluses are not so difficult if you just know what you're comfortable with. Use the guns that you're good with. I'm not going to tell you just to use a PDW, because if you don't like the PDW, don't use it. Don't go for best class setup videos and everything, because it's all personal opinion. Whatever works for you, use that. If an FAL works for you, use that. I mean, whatever gun is going to get it done for you, use that weapon. Also, use whatever perks or score streaks that you want to assist yourself. If you're going to be running with a party, then you may want to run some lethal score streaks, but if you're not a person that usually gets the higher score streaks, I would recommend running something like maybe a hunter killer drone, a hellstorm missile, or a lightning strike, and a stealth chopper, because that will definitely aid you in just getting a few kills here and there, which will help you get that 100 plus kills. Okay, that brings me to my next point. On this map, never rush the enemy spawn too much, because when you're in the enemy spawn, there's not a lot of cover, and when 2 or 3 or 4 people are spawning in the back of the map, you can't take them all on by yourself, so it has to be a team effort. You can't be the only one there, because you'll die in their spawn. So make sure that people are close by, they're helping you maintain that spawn trap, because when there's another guy or two with you in the enemy spawn, it's much easier to spawn trap them, because they have 2 to 3 targets to worry about. When 4 of them are spawning and there's only 1 target in their spawn system, there's going to be 2 or 3 of them trying to kill you. So if you just bring more players or more teammates in the spawn with you, it gives them more targets, and it just gives you more players to kill easily. So that's really like my tips for the 100 plus. Just make sure that you use a team, or if you're just a good enough player, just roll by yourself if you need to. But if you want to get 100 pluses, just make sure you stick with your team, you use good teamwork, use good voice communication, and slowly and gradually advance up the map and get into a steady spawn trap, and that will ultimately most likely get you an easy 100 plus kill on this map. So you guys, that concludes the tips. Thank you guys for listening to that little rant. And that brings me on to my next topic. So just recently Sony announced their new next gen console, the PS4 or the PlayStation 4. This is approximated to come out sometime this year in the holiday season, somewhere around Christmas time. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail on the PlayStation 4 console, but since there is a PlayStation 4 coming out, I can only think that there's going to be a new Microsoft product or a new Xbox to be coming out at the end of this year. So, I mean, if they're coming out with the PlayStation 4, I really can't see why they're not going to be having an Xbox 720. That's the rumored name for it, and I think they're probably going to stick with that. But as of right now, Microsoft has not released or officialized their new console yet. So we're going to have to wait and see just for a little bit while longer if they're going to oppose a counter offer for a new Xbox console, the next gens. So that also brings me to another thing. Since these new next gen consoles are coming out, will the next Call of Duty game be on the next gen consoles, or will it still be on this console? Now, I'm thinking it'll be on the next gen, because when the next gens come out, why would I want to play Call of Duty on the older gen consoles, right? So if they're coming out around Christmas time next year, what I'm really beginning to wonder is, when will the next Call of Duty game be released? Because if they're being released during December, like Christmas time, the new consoles, Call of Duty is usually meant to release in November. So are we going to be seeing Call of Duty in December of next year? Or, I mean, what's going on? So maybe we're going to be seeing no Call of Duty next November, so maybe we'll see it in December maybe with the next gen consoles, like a launch title that they're going to be having. So I'm looking forward to that. If there is a new Xbox 720, I'm probably going to be getting that over the PS4, because most of my friends do have the Xbox 360, and they're probably going to get the Xbox 720 if that's the new console title. So the the PlayStation 3, my bad, has a new controller. It's kind of interesting looking, I would say. I mean, you take the PlayStation 3 controller, you make it a bit sturdier looking, and you make it a bit broader, like a bit wider, a bit longer of a controller, and you put a touchscreen in the middle of the PlayStation controller. I mean, they've already released a picture of it. If you want to go look it up, like on Google or something, you can find an image of it. It looks rather interesting. I mean, it has a touchpad in the middle of it, but besides that, the controller layout does look similar to the PlayStation 3's layout with a touchscreen added to it. I definitely did not like the PlayStation 3 controllers, and this one looks a lot sturdier and a lot better, I think, because the PlayStation 3 controllers were just not fit for my hand properly, and I feel that Microsoft had a better controller design to their controller, I would say. So I'm getting pretty excited for these next-gen consoles. I'm excited to see how everything's going to be playing out this time in December. So we're going to see how everything plays out with these new next-gen consoles when the next Call of Duty will be released. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay and this commentary. If you enjoy, leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later.
Brought the pain, time to get paid.